No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today we got Young Bleu on the show. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, what to do?
I'm feeling good, man. It's nice to have you on the show.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so let's go back to the early days of Young Bleu. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing, where you're coming from Alabama, right?
Yeah, I'm from Alabama. I come Alabama. We're small. I ain't gonna say we're a small state, but I'm from Mobile, Alabama. So,
I've been there one time because I used to live in
Yeah.
Pensacola for a little
Yeah.
while, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
would cross on over.
Oh, yeah.
Awkward
We lit.
little time zone problem going
Yeah.
there. You could just
Yeah.
like head on over, drive 20 minutes to the right.
Yeah,
Time changes. Very confusing.
yeah. So Mobile, like we getting our love right now in the music industry. You know, we got a lot of artists coming out the city right now. Flo Millie,
Oh, she's great. I love
No
her.
Cap,
Right, okay.
Rilo, So yeah, we got a little wave going on right now.
Did you feel that way when you were younger, though, in terms of like there being a significant amount of younger talent from there? Gucci Mane's from Alabama originally, right?
Yeah, but he ain't from my part.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't claim it, then I can't really say you from there. You know what I'm saying? He claimed Atlanta, so
But when you were a kid, were you looking at it like, oh, I'm from a place that has a significant amount of rappers from here and whatnot?
nah, cause we ain't had no rappers when I was going on.
Right.
Like we had Rich Boy at that time, probably
Right.
like it was like 2008.
Yeah, throw some
80.
D's on that bitch.
Yeah, so
Soundtrack for the summer.
we had I don't know if you know, we had T-Bird. He had a big song. But other than that, like it was just like we had local rappers that was, C9, Mr. Big. Mr. Big was kind of big
I
too.
remember
though.
him, yeah.
Yeah, so
That was a thing.
we had a little sprinkle here and there. Yeah.
Right. But okay, so you're just a kid. Were you always attracted to music?
Oh yeah, like my brother and stuff did music. My daddy did music, so it was just always in me to do music, like from the get go. Like I was just always into music for real. Anything to do with music, like.
Was it like rap or more
Yeah.
singing and shit?
It was always rapping. So I used to record on my karaoke machine, like take it to school, or record it on my phone, just take it to school, like on a bus and stuff like that. And anything to do music for real.
What were they playing around you as a kid, though?
I grew up on like a lot of my mama used to play like Lauryn Hill all the time. Vance Brown, the classics for real. I grew up on like Boosie and stuff like that. That's my era, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Tupac, like a lot of old shit.
Right. But so
Yeah.
you feel like you were always sort of more attracted to the soulful element side of making music rather than like the lyrical sort of style that a lot of people
Yeah.
a lot of people grow up with that idea in their head. There's like the goal of being an artist is to be
Yeah.
Mr. Mega Technical Rapper guy.
Yeah, nah, I used to think like that because I used to back in the day I used to rap like Wayne. I used to like say I used to try to do like punchlines and stuff like that, be lyrical and stuff like that. And then as I grew up, my voice got deeper, and then I really started seeing a shift in the game to where it really wasn't needed anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I come with punchlines here and there, but it's like from where I'm from in the South, that's really not the big wave. Like like if you was from the East Coast or somewhere else, but where I'm from, that's not really the wave. It's super hard to make it like just on some lyrical. Now of course we got like J. Cole and stuff like that, from the Carolinas, but he just amazing. You know what I'm saying? He just undeniable amazing. So.
It's like if you want to get by on just being a great rapper, it's like that's a very, very select category of people that could fit into that. Whereas like you see it now that like most younger kids, and you were kind of like early on this, most young kids sort of recognize that the game nowadays is about making catchy ass music people can relate to, soulful shit that people feel.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, I caught on. Like I always like been kind of big in the underground space because like my music, it sound, I can't even really say I sound like a lot of people, but it's about something, you know what I'm saying? Like my music really be about stuff, whether it's relationship stuff, whether it's, street shit, you know what I'm saying? It really be about stuff. That would make it stick, really.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you look at like YoungBoy and Kodak are kind of like two of the biggest, most influential rappers in terms of like young people in the South in particular. And like, what do they do? Like, yeah, they rap, but they also like really are giving you some emotion more so than anything else.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, so I feel like they started that whole wave with well, they ain't started, but they took it to a mainstream with the pain talking about real situations, because you know it was like you didn't really have to talk about nothing, but now people liking that raw, actually talking about some music right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, times change, it go up and down. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit more about your childhood. You were just sort of you were interested in music and stuff, but what was school like for you and whatnot?
Man, I used to be like back in school. I used to be like in the streets real heavy. Like I used to stay in like a bad neighborhood when I was growing up. Like so once I moved out that neighborhood and moved to like a better neighborhood and went to a better school, that's when I really started getting into music. Cause when I was in the other neighborhood, like where I'm from, I couldn't really. I used to like to rap and stuff. I used to rap in the hood and stuff, but like I couldn't really put it together. Like I ain't really see me making it no way. It was just like you know, we just doing this shit in the streets. You know what I'm saying? But when I changed schools and got around different type of people, I'm like, yeah.
So you moved or you just changed schools?
Actually, I just changed schools. Like they changed our district, so I was really still in the hood, but they was letting us go to a better school, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, I started seeing like more diverse people and just, you know, it wasn't really that no more. Like it wasn't survival of, like, you know, it wasn't really street shit going on. So I had time to, you know what I'm saying?
That's really interesting because I feels like, you know, and I see that as like I've said this before, but one of the things that I see most consistently with artists who end up being successful is that at some point in their life they travel overseas. They like had a dad who they ended up in the military and they're in Germany or some shit, and they start to realize that the thing that makes you like everybody else when you're a kid and you're going to school and shit is also something that makes you stand out to the rest of the world. Like like a lot of your experiences that a lot of other people in your school had are like they completely stand out in comparison to most people.
Yeah, like it's crazy. You really got to be able to. You either gonna rap about it or you gonna live it. You know what I'm saying? Most people, you know, they probably lived it. They probably lived it before, but you ain't gonna start really just succeeding with your music until you stop living it. Like it could be the most gangsters rapper. You know what I'm saying? They ain't still in the hood. They ain't still just, you know, every day like that, because it's like you can't be totally focused on music to the point where you just finna blow up if you still in the street heavy like that. So at one point in your career, you're gonna have a choice, like what you want to do. Like you want to take the music seriously, because you already know where the street life gonna lead. So every rapper had that choice.
When you say you were in the streets in school, what does that translate to in terms of what kind of stuff you were getting into? And when you getting arrested and shit, or were you just running around and you never got caught?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, a couple of arrests, but mainly, you know, just I ain't never used to be the one that just gon' be the one that pop stuff off. You feel me? I used to be the one that just like, I'm cool on it. Some stuff happen, you know what I'm saying? We get into some shit. You know, I'm riding with it, but I ain't finna just go start nothing for nothing. So when I say like I was in the streets, going to school, and then the environment that we came back to was like the hood. Like it's the hood. Like, you know, they everywhere. Like they selling drugs, you know, a lot of murder. So that's what we came home from school to. So after school, you know, we going to school with, we seeing all this type of different environment. When we get home, this is what we come home to. So that's why I mean, like coming home to the street life. Like the only time we saw stuff when we went to school, like saw anything different.
But you're seeing people like literally getting rich off selling drugs, or you're seeing people, you know, you're allegedly knowing that people are killing people and stuff like that. Was there part of you that was like, man, fuck it, I want to make a shitload of money selling drugs, or I want to be running around with guns and all this stuff? Or was there always a part of you that felt like you were meant for something more? Yeah,
because I always felt like I was going to be somebody. Like my brother and the people before me had already did all that. So I was like just sitting back watching them like, man, I don't want to go to jail. Like I don't like jail. Like I like being free. You feel me? A few times I went to jail, I realized like, bro, I do not like jail. You feel me? Like this is not where I want to be. So it when stuff used to pop out, I think I was like, bro, you feel me? Like we go do something stupid. You feel me? We end up make a mistake and killing somebody. Everybody going to jail for life. You know what I'm saying? We end up just one little, you know what I'm saying, little shootout or one little thing. A bullet make a mistake, hit somebody, you know what I'm saying? We all in jail for life, you feel me? And a lot of my homeboys, they really like in jail right now, like for capital murder, like stuff like little fluke shit, you feel me? So,
and it's crazy because it's hard to like tell a young kid that is a reality of what might happen to him. Like I interviewed X-Rated and him and his boys ran in somebody's crib over some beef shit like 25 fucking years ago, and somebody's grandma got killed, not by him, but somebody else was shooting, somebody's grandma got killed. He went away for 20 plus fucking years over some shit that happened when he was like 17 or something. And it's like, you know, he didn't do it, but he was there, and you know,
because everybody ain't gonna care about the situation. Like you probably be going to rob somebody, you just really want to rob them, like, but it probably be one person in that group like, I'm gonna shoot the nigga. You feel me? Like crazy something like that. Now all y'all gone for you done a robber and a killing. That's cap. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never getting that. So yeah, no, I always had my own mind. Even when I was young, like I had a older mind. Like no, you ain't get me into it. Like nah, I didn't messed up, did some crazy stuff, but I always like, you know, been that kind of smart one for real.
So you start going to this other school, and then you starting to see like your potential. Would you say like you start to like really picture yourself as being able to be a real recording artist and whatnot?
Yeah, because once I started getting in the studio recording, like they started using my songs to run out at the game and stuff like that.
Oh,
Then
really?
I started, like I was like, man,
that's gotta be crazy. You was be a celebrity in high school for that shit.
Yeah, I was a little local celebrity like at my school, so I would think like, yeah, I could really do it. I was performing at the games and stuff. So people were actually, that was like MySpace days. So people were actually like working with the music. I was like, shit, I could do it. That's when I started realizing I could really do this shit. You feel me?
Damn.
Yeah.
So how'd you start taking steps with that? You like have access to studios and whatnot, or how were you even like figuring out how to get in the game?
Well, back in the day, like I had this dope boy. He had came and scooped me up, and he was just, you know, just spending money on me, let me go to the studio and stuff. He saw I had talent, let me go to the studio. Like when I was like 16, I had like, you know what I'm saying, record on the radio and stuff, a record with Drummer Boy.
Right.
When I was like 16, it was like it was like a little big record. I was going around doing shows.
Shout out Drummer Boy. How'd you even get talking to him though?
Yeah, we was just in Atlanta, and the crazy story is we was just in Atlanta one day, and once we met him, we were just going up to his house back and forth. And one day, cause my name was Young Bleu, and I spelled it like the regular Blue way. And one day he had the song we did. He gave me a CD back, and it had it spelled like a different type of way. And I was just like, man, shit, I like how that shit spelled. I'm gonna just run with that. So he really the reason behind how I spell my name for real, Drummer Boy. Yeah, you feel me? So that's just fun. Because his little mistake one day, I was like, man, that shit cool. You feel me? Right. It's different. I felt like it was kind of different than just Young Bleu, so I just ran with it. You feel me? So yeah, that's my dog though.
Where'd the Blue originally come from though?
Man, ain't even no big story behind that. I was really like just young, favorite color blue. I was just like Young Bleu, and I just ran with it. I ain't never just want to change though. I was like, shit, this. I might well run with it. Everybody know me. People just call me Blue.
Everybody assume you're a Crip rapper or no?
Yeah, you know, a lot. I at first, but I feel like, you know, I don't really get it a lot. Now I was at this party one time in L.A.
Yeah, in L.A., I can imagine that getting complicated real quick because there's a lot of people looking to get offended out here.
Hey, man, I'm talking. We in the party. Cause my girlfriend Interscope, Barry Line had invited me to a party, and so we just in the party, you know, we partying, everybody having a good time. So we walked downstairs, me and my homeboy, we walked downstairs, and it was the clique of dudes, they was just at the top. And they wasn't even worrying about us at first, then they was just bumping, they just looked. And I guess he saw my chain, you feel me? And he just started staying hard. He started tapping his other homeboys and shit, you feel me? And I ain't gonna lie, well, I was just like, man, we in LA, we don't know nobody. these niggas slap boxing outside and shit. I'm like, bro, we gotta
slap boxing energy. You start thinking like, how long till this turns real? Yeah.
Hey, I was just like, man, we gotta get up out of here, bro.
They didn't turn into anything?
No, we had just left. Cause we started, I just like, the room was loud, bro. But once bro like saw our chain, like I just like saw my chain, and I don't know if he just felt like, cause they were bloods, you feel me? I don't know if he just felt like I was a crip or something, you feel me? Everything just kind of like got quiet. And it was just like 40 niggas up that bitch, you feel me? Just looking, kind of staring, you feel me? So I was like, man, we just finna go on. He wasn't number like 4, but I was like, we just finna go on, strike out. We don't even know none of these people. We done came to these people party. We don't even know nobody, goddamn.
Right.
Like, we finna just dip.
So you're getting a little bit of a local buzz in high school and stuff. Like, how do you start progressing and moving along with that?
I mean, I just always recorded. I used to put out music just back to back. I really came up in the mixtape world, like, you know, everybody in the South gonna start like in the Mississippi area, like then you gonna go through the Carolinas, then you gonna go through like the Texas and shit like that. So I was just dropping mixtape, doing all them markets. Then I started like, when I used to drop, it used to just all the mixtape sites. My shit used to be like number 1 on all the mixtapes, like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, shit, I got something, you feel me? I was start getting booked for shows. Like, I started at like $500 a show. Then I just bumped up to like $5,000, you feel? I was like, oh, this shit real. And I started just moving around like that. Everybody just started knowing me like on the underground scene and stuff. And then once I dropped my 3rd project, that's when like one of my big hits came. And then
which one was that?
That was Miss It was the first one.
Okay.
But before Miss It, like I had a lot of like songs that everybody knew, like in the streets, like, you feel me? Like I was selling out shows in Jersey and everything before Miss It, you feel me?
Right.
So I had like I was in the mixtape world, you feel me?
And
so,
what year are we talking about that this is all starting to pop off for you?
They were like 2017.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is still pretty recent, right?
Yeah.
When you're saying mixtapes, you're talking about like mixtape websites, not like selling mixtapes at the store.
Yeah, like mixtape website.
Right.
Yeah, mixtape website.
Gotcha.
Like Spin Real on my mixtape.
So when do you start make the connection? Because I feel like for me and a lot of other people, we first found out about you when you linked up with Boosie.
Yeah,
so how did that happen? From like how you take your like buzz that you have there coming out of high school and shit, and sort of transfer that over to linking with him?
It was kind of natural. Like I said, I hit his brother up because I was looking at his page, and I tell this story all the time, but I was looking at his page and I was like, man, Boosie ain't gonna write back. He probably got 1,000 niggas in his DM. So I was like, man, let me go on his page and find somebody that probably ain't got a lot of followers for real like that. So I had went to the card page and I hit him. I was like, man, I got this song I want to send it to you. He hit me back with like, hit me in the email. So I sent them the song in the email. They called me ASAP on 3-way. They was like, man, we trying to fly you down to LA, like, we trying to fly you down to Atlanta, like Boosie wanna talk to you. So I just went down there, we just chopped it up, and we just started making music and stuff. That when I was working on like Investment 3.
Boosie got so many kids that I think I assumed that you were one of his kids.
Yeah.
I apologize, but he has multiple kids of his that are making music. I don't know why, but I like assumed.
Yeah. No. That's just my big dog.
Right. You ever have a Boosie fade at one point?
Yeah.
Oh,
everybody in the song, like, bro, Boosie, like, people don't understand like who Boosie is to us. Like, and where I'm from, like, Boosie, like, pop, bro.
Jay-Z.
Real talk.
Jay-Z in New York, Boosie is like that to that certain part of the South, for sure.
Like, so it's like people don't understand that from other places sometimes, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Right. So what was it like when you actually linked up with him, and was he trying to sign you immediately?
Yeah, like they were trying to sign me immediately. Like when I came down there, we were just talking it up. You know me, I'm hype. I'm ready. You feel? I'm ready for anything.
Right.
Yeah, so it was cool. Like I said, I felt that family click right away. You feel me? Cause I've been knowing, bro, music, and down there, that one of my favorite rappers, like really my favorite rapper. So I had knew everything about him for real, like that. I watched all the DVDs, everything. So I already felt like I knew him when I went up there. I was just like, we finna make some music.
It's crazy though, because you met like adult Boosie versus like wild ass Boosie. I'm sure he's still kind of wild, but like wild Boosie from before. Like we've all heard stories.
Yeah, he definitely cool. He definitely cooler now.
Yeah,
he still got it. You know, he still got it ways, but yeah, he definitely cool now.
So you guys just started making music together right away?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had hosted Investments 3. That was like my third mixtape.
Right.
And that was the one that went crazy. He had hosted like the whole tape. When that one dropped, like, I had went up by like 10, 15 a show, goddamn. So I was just moving around like crazy after that dropped. So, yeah. And he was telling me, like, right before I dropped the mixtape, he was like, man, because I was like, man, yeah, bro, in about 2 years, like, we finna be doing some big things, bro. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna make you proud. And he was like, nigga, 2 years? He was like, 2 years? He was like, nigga, this shit finna go now.
Yeah. So
as soon as I put it out, that bitch, it was gone. It was gone, you feel me? So, yeah, I'm always fuck with Boosie.
Was that kind of like the first person that you knew or had anything to do with who was like really... who had really made it in the game? So through him, you're seeing like a shitload of stuff that you've never really seen before in terms of the life.
Yeah, you feel me? And I incorporate, it's a lot of stuff that I took from that situation and incorporated into my own, you know what I'm saying, in my own label, my own artist, like just the way he had me around and everything was like just like family type, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, you couldn't really tell it was business until you ready to sign the contract, and so it was like real like family. Like I used to go in bro closet and just find me something to wear for my video shoots and shit like that. Like it was just like, bro, go in there and find you something to wear. You ain't got to buy nothing. Like he had a whole closet full of shit. Like I just go in there and find me something to wear. I'm like fresh as hell every video. Right. You feel me?
So you feel like he fully like embraced you like one of his own.
Yeah, for sure. You feel me? For sure.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So okay, but that was a couple years ago, and like you were grinding. Were you like, did you spend a lot of time with him, or like how did this storyline go? Like in terms of that initial wave of like you being in the studio and you actually being out there. Like how long did you stick with that?
I stuck like I stuck with it for a long time, like cause you know we'll do shows together. Then I had got big enough to the point where like you know we was doing joint shows and stuff. We still ain't did that joint album yet. But
you guys recorded a lot together, but it just never became an album? Or?
Yeah, because, you know, it's just like different situations. I think I was because like 6 months after me signing to Boosie, I had a major deal. Like
on the table? Or
no, I signed a major deal with Badass in Colombia.
Okay.
And and after that, it was just, you know, I was working on my album, he was working on his, but I go down to the house and we'll just link up and do music and stuff. Sometimes it was like kind of like I got my whole schedule over here, you feel me? You got your whole schedule, but you know what it is, you feel me?
When you chose to do the deal with Columbia, did that change your life? Like you probably had a bunch of labels barking at you. And
but no, the crazy thing is like the labels ain't started hitting me up until I signed to Columbia. Like when the Columbia deal was on the table, like that was the only deal on the table, you feel me? Soon as I signed that deal, every label, I'm like, man, bro, I could have got way more money.
Right, it's always like that. Once they realize that there is one label who's actually gonna cut a check for hundreds of thousands of dollars, they all want to give you that exact amount or more. Yeah, it's crazy.
And it was crowd was like, man, dang, I could have had a whole bid more. But you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
Like all these labels, there ain't that many fucking people with actual opinions. And all of them combined, there's not that many people that really have taste. They're just kind of doing what they got to do to keep their job and to fucking keep their boss thinking that they're really doing something.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm over the major label shit right now. You feel me? I ain't gonna say it's just totally out of my mind, but right now, in the position that I'm in right now, shit, I done made way more money independent, you feel me?
Really?
Way more.
So you're not with Columbia anymore?
No, I ain't with Columbia.
So you signed a deal for what, like X amount of projects, or what was the idea?
No, I had like 4 projects. I put like within that first year, I put out like 2 records that went gold. One of them really supposed to be double platinum right now, but it was originally uploaded to Live Mixtapes channel, and it did 100 million screens on Live Mixtape channel, and I couldn't count none of the screens for RAAA. So, you know, I still came back and went gold. It was really like I'm pretty sure it's like coming up on platinum right now, but it would be double platinum. So, but yeah, within that year, like I put out like 2 gold records, and after that, it was kind of like they were just getting other artists, new artists over there, and I feel like they based in New York, so I feel like they was going towards that situation more than what I had. This little kid from Alabama had going on, so I was just like, I was on their ass. I was like, man, y'all ain't gotta do nothing else for me. Just just let me go. We good. Like I ain't gonna talk shit about y'all or nothing. They just let me go. You
and
feel me?
They eventually came around on that, and they didn't.
Yeah, they were bucking at first, just trying to explain to me this and that. But then I gave them another chance. Then after about like 6 more months went by, I was just like, man, I'm ready to dip. You feel me? So
right.
I was cool with my A&R, so he made it happen for me for real.
That's interesting. So were you going to Boosie and trying to like ask him and like figure out how the fuck this is going on? Because you expect them, they give you a bunch of money, you expect them to care about that money that they gave you enough that they're gonna actually work hard to make you bigger.
No, that what I was mad at, because when I first signed them, they didn't even give me a lot of money.
Really?
Like they didn't even give me, like the deal wasn't big for real. Like I made $1 million in show money, but I ain't never make no money from the label for real.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that was their fault, but I know for sure that I know for sure that they made all their money back plus more, because I ain't getting no money. Shit, my shit over here doing hundreds of millions of screens on Apple. You feel me? Like I know y'all making y'all money back, so it's like, and y'all ain't putting nothing into me to promote me for real more than what I'm doing myself. So I was like, what's the reason for me to be like, I'm at the same level I was when y'all came and got me. You feel me? What's the reason for me giving y'all this big of a percentage? You feel me? Like if I'm still like, I got my core fan base, but y'all ain't really putting no money in to make me bigger. So it's like I'm just splitting the pie with y'all for nothing. You feel me? I could just be getting the money myself. So
yeah,
that's why I was with that.
And if you had all those labels like really fighting against each other, then you might have been able to really get the payday from that signing.
Yeah, you feel me? But I just made up, like just me being a hustler. Like I just made up for it and just put it in my head that my next situation was gonna be way better. And I just looked at it like, all right, I'm gonna show my worth, build my leverage over here. So by the time I went to another label, like I had proof of my numbers and stuff, like what I could do. You feel me? What am I already doing? So it was easy for me to get way bigger deals with less stuff I had to give up after I got out that situation. So
it just must be really frustrating, because you're like a young artist coming out for the first time, and that the first time that they're seeing you is a lot of times that's going to be the most exciting time for a lot of people. So it's like if you have a wave of momentum going and then the label sort of drops the ball, then it's like I was going here, like now I'm gonna have to get hot again, and like now it's like the work that I did a couple of years ago doesn't matter as much as it would have been if I had been snowballing.
And people don't know, that's why a lot of artists get into that. Cause you really gotta have the mind for this shit. Like if you don't got the mind for it, like you gonna break. Because a lot of artists people be thinking like, oh, he falling off, he must be lazy. He don't be that all the time. People really be in limbo with these labels, because these labels get to a point where they get sidetracked. Like they could be loving your shit, ready to push you, and then something else getting hot over here, and they don't really have that much staff. You feel me? So they gonna put all they shit. A lot of time, bro, they be taking the money you making and putting it into other artists. Like real shit, that shit grinding, bro. Like they'll take the money that you making and believe in another artist better than you and go put it into that artist, put the profit that you making into another artist. So if you can't really see that, because some artists, most artists really, they ain't really too much into their business like that. So I was like on their ass like all the time. You feel, I was into my business, and that was really irritating them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need my manager to hit you up. Like, I don't really need that. Like, I know what I want. I know what I expect. So, that was kind of where the problem was coming in at, because I was knowing too much. Like, I knew too much. You know what I'm saying? So, they don't be wanting you to really know too much. I don't care. They don't be wanting you to know a lot for real like that.
It's funny because like from being at labels and shit, sometimes you'll see a dynamic where there's the really fucking popular artist on the label who is doesn't give a fuck about what the label's doing. They want to be off the label. They're fucking so over the label.
Yeah.
But on the other side, you have the artists that have been signed for a couple years. Their buzz sort of started to wear off, etc. And those people want the label to help them so bad.
Yeah, you feel
and it's
me?
just this bizarre thing where it's like, if you need the help, then you want the fucking label to help you. And if you've already made it, then a lot of times the label seems like, why the fuck am I giving you a percentage of everything you make?
You feel me? So that'd be the situation. But just my point about that situation is like, I had already captured a core fan base before. Like, I ain't just blow up out the blue. Like, when I had songs on the radio for like, them 2 records, but before that, like I said, I was in the mixtape where I had a catalog in the mixtape world. So after them radio records, like, I was still able to go back to the street, you feel me? Like, go back to the streets and hustle up in the streets, you feel me? And then when I'm ready, go back and do radio when I want to, because I'm making more money. But like I said, if you don't got that core fan base, you ain't really got nothing to fall back on, you feel me? Once you that's why I put it into my artists, like, we can't just come and, I got the money to do it, but we can't just come and go straight to radio. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna blow it too fast, you feel me? You gotta do some shows in the trenches, you know what I'm saying? You gotta come up and build that solid fan base, so when the label like, fuck you right now, you feel me? Like, you got something to fall back on, like, cause if you ain't got nothing to fall back on, that's when people, go to their decline. So I feel like, I ain't never hit that decline. I just, I ain't really got to that pinnacle of where I got bigger. So sometimes they be just as worse. You feel me? So, but people try them niggas that's underground though. I ain't gonna lie, like, being underground really good. Like, I really be the biggest underground artist I can be for real. Like, I ain't never really gotta get big like that. Cause it's like, once you get big like that, it's so much that you gotta do to stay there, you feel me? Once you underground, people just love your shit. Oh, he so slept on, he underrated, you feel me? You feel me? People triumph you, because people like underdog, but it's like when you make it, people want anything to say, oh, he fell out, he ain't this no more, he ain't hot as he was right there, you know what I'm saying?
But do you see people trying to throw that argument at you, like, oh, he fell off because the label thing didn't work off or whatever? Like, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I don't feel like, I ain't gonna lie, like, my shit done been, like, my recent shit done been posted under, like, on some of the most worst blogs with the worst comments people gonna say what's on their mind. You already know, feel me? Like, and all my recent shit, like, I don't never see no comments people saying I fell out for none of that shit. So I'm like, shit, because people gonna speak their mind if they feel like that, you feel me? I guess they feel like I never really had a song so big to where, like, they just been underground hits.
If
like
you had
that.
the one song with 500 million YouTube views, then a lot of times that fucks shit up, because then it's like you have something that you really got to live up to. All your shit was still kind of like
it's
hood
never really,
classics and like street anthem type shit.
You feel me? Like it never really got too big to where it's like uncontrollable. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because after that, shit, now you got to hit 500 million on every goddamn song after that. Like that's like the situation with. You know what I'm saying? 6ix9ine, like, shit. Okay, when you got out of jail, look what you did. You know what I'm saying? Now you got to do that shit every time. You feel me? Now, how long you think you're gonna be able to do that shit? You feel me?
And
like,
now when you don't make the top 100 or whatever, everybody's looking at you like, oh shit, so you're not hot. Okay, we're just gonna look away. We might never look back.
Yeah,
we might never start paying attention again.
And it create that illusion as if it's just that fallout culture. You know what I'm saying? It's just that fallout culture. So like, but if you really grind your way up, like people like I'm trying to give examples like. I can use Boosie as an example. Boosie ain't had no mainstream hit in a minute, but Boosie is still getting, you know what I'm saying, hella money for shows, you know what I'm saying? People, he's still relevant. Like Jeezy, he still sell out shows. Like these people that had catalogs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't really count them because they done had so many underground classics that by the time they get that big one, it's just like, oh, okay, he got a big one now. But we still... So what?
Did you ever start to lose the passion for the music along the way? Getting frustrated with industry shit and whatnot?
Oh, yeah. I ain't never lost the passion for the music, but I can't say that. Like, I had got to the point to the label where I was like, man, I want to get out this fucking label so bad. Like I can't, cause I was seeing what needed to be done, but it's like I had to tell people what need to be done. You feel me? I'm like, y'all the label, y'all should be telling me. You know what I'm saying? But that's when I was learning though. I ain't really realized that your team got to be doing that. They don't really do nothing but blow up what you already got going. Like to in a label eyes, and it ain't really. I can't even really say it's the label fault. You feel me? Like I ain't even really here to diss labels like that. I'm just saying, in a label eyes, they signing hundreds of artists, right? So they finna see who gonna work, who finna work. So if this person working, this what they putting their money in behind. You know, they just common mouth. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really nothing personal. It's just that this shit working over here. You know what I'm saying? It's just what they put their money behind. So it ain't really nothing bad I could say about it. It's just that they probably don't be your vision for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But just because you feel like something else working, that don't mean my shit can't work. You know what I'm saying? My shit probably just take a little longer. They probably be from a big ass city with so many millions of people and they just drop some shit. You know, I'm smaller. This still probably be a good song, but it probably take a minute to, like it took Missy like a year to blow up. Like, so everybody ain't the same. So, but they just in the business of artists blowing up, like, and taking that and taking credit for the shit for real. Like, if he ain't already blowing up or if he ain't already like a thing, they ain't finna put no money into blowing it up no more. That's not the business no more. Like, they ain't finna take this record. Oh, this a good record. This a hit. We all think this a hit. Let's go blow it up. They ain't in that game. We could think it's a hit. We finna put it out. If the people don't immediately feel like it's a hit, it was good. Let's on to the next record.
I've seen it over and over where the labels kind of sabotage the artist too, because they'll put out a project, the project will not do well because the label's not helping them at all, etc. And then when the project doesn't do good, that's like evidence, like, oh, this is why we're not putting time or effort into you. And that's kind of like a super consistent thing too. It's to set you up to fail like that. Yeah.
That's why you just got to get into, like, when you first sign a deal, you like, I ain't really had no leverage, so I couldn't really say, all right, y'all finna allocate me this budget so I could do my own shit when y'all ain't doing shit, you feel me? Or if y'all don't want to move on some shit, I got this budget allocated to where I could do my own shit. And right now, I got that leverage to do that, so I could do everything I want to do. Like, with my new situation, like, you got to give me this. Like, it ain't no, man, y'all gonna put it on radio, y'all gonna put, man, I think this the one. Like, shit, what we gonna do?
Right.
And then they ain't gonna do nothing but keep, you know, saying we discussing it, and they just gonna keep giving you the run around. But if you got this budget allocated to you, it's like, yeah, you got to give me this. Like, I wanna do this. Like, you got to give me this. So, but you gotta have leverage to, you know what I'm saying, negotiate them kind of deals.
Did you tell Boosie when you decided you were leaving Columbia, or how was that a conversation?
Oh yeah. He, like, Boosie knew that I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm currently, like, got so many labels, like, trying to sign me. So, like, a deal really ain't really too much for me right now. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I want to get more leverage, you feel me? Even than what I got right now. I want to rock independent for, you know what I'm saying, some time before I just think about getting into another label situation for real, you know what I'm saying? Just because I want to run the bag up.
So you decided to be fully independent for the time being and not go, but have you entertained the meetings with labels and whatnot?
Yeah, I always entertain them because I'll be like, you know, just it takes so much time and talking and getting to, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, by the time I'm at this, you know, independent situation, I'm ready to sign a deal. We probably be already then made friends, being cool. You know what I want, you know what I'm saying? I know what to expect from y'all. But when you first sign the deal, it's just like, shit, I'm ready to sign a deal. Like, fuck it, I don't give a fuck what the contract say.
Right.
Like,
I mean, you're lucky to even be in the position to be out of the original deal, because the story of so many artists that have been signed over however many years is that, like, you know, even somebody like Taylor Swift, she's fucking locked into this deal for, like, that she signed when she was like 15 or 16 and she just is like stuck. Like, like a 7-8 album deal. I mean, that's like some other shit.
Yeah, that's like, but I say it's about what kind of deal it is too, because I would say, like, just from that situation, me going through that with, like, my deals that I did with my artists, like, they from how I got treated, you feel me? Like, I got treated like so bad. I was like, man, I'm gonna make sure I give my artists like 50% of all that shit. Even like getting 50% of your royalties as a upcoming artist, bro, that shit is amazing, bro. Cause you going to these major labels, they giving your ass 16%. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. You feel me? You probably never see another check. You feel me? So with my artists, you know, I'm doing 50-50, just like. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm putting into you, you putting into me. Like they all got good deals. Like you feel me? So and set them up for they next deal. Right. I want to make sure like we always have a good connection and a good standing. So if they blow up, be bigger than me somewhere, we'll still be good. You feel me? They won't be like, fuck you, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? They probably want to get money with me again. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So did you and Boosie at some point like officially stop working together, or was that a conversation?
No. Nah, we like currently right now, we just, you know, I just let him know what I was trying to do with the independent stuff, you know. He just be all with it. Cause it's like, you know, we got a contract signed, but at the end of the day, it ain't nothing like, just because the contract signed, you know, we could do what we want to do, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he involved in like the next albums and stuff that I got coming out, but it's just like a thing, like he know I'm independent, like he don't mind me doing this over here, you know what I'm saying? But that agreement that we had, basically, we came up with something that, well, I can go sign to anybody I want to, you know what I'm saying, or do anything I want to do, you know what I'm saying? He just still get his profit share from the first projects that I never put out under him. Cause soon as I signed to him, we got signed to a major label, you know what I'm saying? Right. Who knew it was gonna be that quick? Like soon as I signed to him, the label wanted to get me right then.
So if you signed with another label tomorrow, he would still be involved with that deal?
Yeah, he'll be involved like on the like, it's like a percentage participation type. Right, yeah, a percentage like of the album and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Just because, you know, he really sacrificed, like he basically just, our deal wasn't up, you feel me? But, you know, since we, you know what I'm saying, on that level, he like, bro, I ain't finna hold you up and, you know what I'm saying, hold up your process, you feel me? Just, you know, just give me what, you know what I'm saying, what he owes, you feel me?
So how would you describe like the relationship that you guys have at this point? Like, do you talk often? Is it kind of like a...
Oh, we talk all, I just left his house like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like we cool, like we talk like all the time, you feel me? So yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we got a good ass relationship. We ain't never had no fallout or nothing like that, you know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
It used to be time he used to got that niggas call me and goddamn put the motherfucking label on the phone. You know, that's crazy, man. Put the motherfucking label on the phone. Give me an Imran number. Goddamn, about 1,000 times, but you know, it all worked out in the end. Like I said, you know, when we got out the deal, you know what I'm saying, he got a bag and stuff like that from them. Shit that they owed us and shit like that. I got a bag, he got a bag. He still getting a bag, you know, so it's good.
That's what's up.
Yep.
So is it something with Meek Mill? You're a dream chaser now, or you been?
Yeah.
You officially signed a management deal with him, or how's this work?
Yeah. Me and Meek got a management situation going on right now.
And is this like his Rock Nation thing? Because we heard about him, how he got this big management situation through Rock Nation. You're one of the first artists signed to that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and Cowboy. He got a couple other too, but I ain't never. This is gonna be my first project that I put out with them on my team. So a lot of people are like, well, I thought you was something. I'm like, bro, we haven't even put out a project yet for him to even push or be involved in with. But yeah, I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been at his house like recording some stuff and stuff like that. So
damn,
we good, we rocking.
How'd you meet Meek, and how did that conversation start going? And what is you two hanging out like? I'm sure he's a little different than Boosie.
Damn,
it's actually weird to imagine comparing the two.
Yeah, I met Meek through it's a lady named Sherry Bryant, and she came to me with like, you know, she was like, she liked my music, she believed in it and stuff like that, and she was like, she was telling me what they was having going on at Rock Nation and Dream Chasers and stuff. And they had flew me down. I had, you know, just got around Meek, started feeling the vibes and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Went to a couple shows. And I was just like, you know, it probably could be a good situation for me, because I was really trying to tap into that mainstream, you know what I'm saying, type of fan base, that bigger fan base. I was like, you know, it probably be a good situation for me, you know what I'm saying? I'm already independent, ain't like I'm giving up too much, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's get it, you know.
So do they even care if you sign a label deal, or are they not that interested in that side of things? They're happy to be managing you regardless of that?
Yeah, but you know how my management set up, like, you know, like I call you can advise me, but I'm gonna call a lot of shots. Like I can do what I want, but you can advise me though. So that's kind of like, you know, they had a input and stuff on different stuff, but it's like, you know, it's whatever, you know what I say.
Right. That makes sense. I just had to ask this though. You hear about Boosie's Instagram getting deleted?
Yeah.
That's all fucked up. I just want to throw that out there, man.
Yeah, no. I already knew that shit was gonna get deleted. Right. Like, that nigga don't listen.
I mean, I'm sure that he has broken so many rules that if I actually saw like a document of every time that he fucking broke a rule on Instagram,
I ain't gonna lie,
I'd probably be like, shit.
I thought he was playing it. I thought he was playing at first. I had hit him up. I'm like, yo, Instagram. He was like, man, that shit got deleted. I'm like, man, damn, bro.
It doesn't seem like that much of a big deal until you think about how much money was probably changing hands through his DMs. Like how many fucking pizza shops were like, yo, here's $50, post, not 50, but here, post something for us. Or this artist asking for a feature that he didn't get to do because the DMs aren't there anymore. That's crazy.
It's so much money in your DMs, bro.
Right.
I'm talking about it's so much money in your DMs. You just gotta be like, sometimes, you know, this quarantine really showed people how much money in your DM, bro. Like people really did like making it through their DMs, because there's so many people trying to do features, bro. I be getting like, you know what I'm saying, money just off doing video drops, like, you know what I'm saying, doing audio drops, you know what I'm saying. It's people out there with bags just ready to give it to you for anything, you feel me? So you know
not being on tour has made you focus a little bit more on the DM hustle?
Yeah. Now, the good thing about when this COVID hit, I was just getting out my contract. So when COVID hit, like, I was free to sign any deal I want so I was free. So like other artists, you know what I'm saying, they probably in deals and stuff like that, you know, you gotta get that show money, you feel me? But I was free. Like, soon as COVID hit, I was free. So I was already shopping like independent situations and stuff like that. So I was great. I just did like my first show coming back in Dayton, like before I came here. So we back doing shows a little bit now, but yeah.
Was it a weird show? Was it like not like, because like I seen videos of my friends being in the club, and it's like the club might be at like 60% of the people that's normally in there, but normally, like, if a club only has,
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
If it's 60% full, it's not that lit. Like, it don't look right.
Man, I don't think black clubs listen to that shit, man. That bitch will pack. They ain't studying that shit. They in that motherfucker. That bitch is packed.
Right. Because I keep seeing news stories about like, oh, look at these white YouTubers, these TikTokers, and they're having a party. It's so fucked up. They're having a party, and I'm like, are you guys fucking blind to what all these rappers are doing on their stories? Like, and I think it's cool that they're leaving them alone, but I just don't really understand. You know, you, like, look at like Boosie's Instagram story. He is not socially distant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just had a thing called Blueberries that I was throwing in my city that I had like a lot of, like, all my big rapper friends on. Like, it was looking like it was about to go down, but they ain't nobody want to host my event no more. Talking about the liability, it supposed to be like 4,000-5,000 people. Like, I had like 42 Doug, Black Youngster, Lucci. There's a whole bunch of like rappers. Ari, what's her name? Ari. Ari. So yeah, I just had a whole. We were just doing a big old bash. They just canceled it. I was like, man, dang. I would have pulled that off. I would have been the GOAT. I'm gonna just do it next year though.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, okay, you feel like super motivated at this point, music wise, in your career? Because I know you got a lot of other stuff going too. You got Baby about to pop out or what?
Yeah. This is my third son. I don't think I can make none.
How many months you got to go?
We got like 3 months to go.
I got like 2 months to go. So dad bros. Nice.
Yeah, she about at the end now.
You about to have a girl?
No, I'm about to have a boy. Another boy. You got boys or girls?
I got a girl on the way.
Oh, okay, yeah.
First time dad soon.
Yeah.
So you already there's so many people that I know who got like 5 kids already, and they're like 15 years younger than me.
Yeah.
It really makes me feel like I've been taking my time with this.
I definitely ain't got 5 though. I definitely got 3. I ain't got that many, not yet. Goddamn.
The first time my girl heard young boy say 17 with 4 babies, which I believe it's like 18 with 6 babies or something. Now it's like it's way worse now.
Boy, young boy don't be playing.
Yeah, I mean, Future's like my age. He cranked out like 11 of them.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. So, but you think you're gonna stop at 3? Because I don't believe you, for the record. I think you're gonna be in a different place in your life in a couple of years. You're gonna be like, man, you know what? I need a few more.
Only reason I don't think I'm gonna stop because I'm in a comfortable position right now. Like when I first started getting money, like I started building my house. Like I got businesses, like I got restaurants and stuff like that. So I felt like if I was still like well, I'm still in grind mode, but I was still like trying to get all this stuff, then I'd be like, I ain't got time for it. But it's like now, when I go home, bro, like shit, like I'm luxury, you feel me? So I'm good, like. So yeah, I probably have. I ain't nothing else to do, but might as well out there and just have babies and relax.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you find yourself, you know, a couple years, you got $10 million in the bank, you might be like, man, crank out a few more of them.
Yeah,
the hell
like
else am I
you can
doing?
afford,
Yeah,
like you
really
can afford them.
Yeah,
That's what I'm if you can afford them, I say, go on. Like I want a big family because I ain't gonna lie, it's about time for me to get a girl because I know these damn boys, they not gonna take care of nigga when they get old. When I get old, goddamn.
That's what I keep hearing is that the girls are so nice and loving and loyal, and that the boys are psychos and just break everything.
Man, I'm trying to live my life, daddy. They gone. Drop your ass off at the nursing home and dip.
Right. What direction you feel like you're going with your music in terms of what people are really relating to? Because I feel like as I was listening to it, it feels like you're kind of going more and more Vandross with your style, again, more and more silky, smooth R&B with it.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm really, every song that blowed up just major has been the ones I'm talking about females. So I'm like, that's just an easy business decision. Like, shit, you know, I'm dropping whole mixtapes and, you know, them R&B ones blowing up, you know what I'm saying, when I talk that shit. So I started gearing toward it a little bit more, but I still keep that street shit up in there just so I could keep my fan base diversified. But right now, I'm trying to start, like, I got Vandross Music Group. We just did a situation with Empire. Yeah, I just did a label deal. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I got my artist. I just had another artist named Baby B, but I don't even fuck with that no more. But
it didn't work out.
Yeah,
that was before the Empire situation, though.
Yeah. Okay. It was really during it. Like it did like just happen like a couple weeks ago. Weeks ago. Yeah. So I got that imprint under Empire,
but who signed to the label?
Brooklyn Love.
Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, Brooklyn.
Yeah,
okay.
I got Brooklyn Love. Baby B still signed to me too. You know what I'm saying? She don't think she is, but she is, goddamn. You feel me? She still signed to me too.
I can't wait to see this on her Instagram story or something. I don't know what she is, but I'm sure this is going to be on there.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, I ain't in the business of working with people that I don't feel like family. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if a label come by and want to sign her, and which I'm sure, you know what I'm saying, they is by now, because I didn't turned her up by now, but, you know, if a label want to sign her, they just pay me, we good. I release her right into y'all own, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So, just pay me what I'm owed, you feel me? But other than that, like, pimp. Yeah, but other than that, I'm putting all my energy into my, you know what I'm saying, my artist Brooklyn Love. Like she got music about to drop in. So yeah, like my situation with this label is like I got full control. I got full control over everything. I got budgets already allocated, so I'm finna really be able to put all my ideas that I had when I was, you know what I'm saying, signed to the label that I couldn't do nothing but say the ideas. I'm gonna be able to do that with this label. So that's how, this the imprint finna go stupid crazy.
What made you want to start working with Brooklyn? You guys have like a Ja Rule and Ashanti type vibe in your songs, no?
Yeah, like the song we just put out. We just put out a song like a week, like probably like 9 days ago. Like just went crazy. Like we did like it probably like at like 1.3 million views right now. Like in a week, you feel me?
Yeah.
So, you know, I always wanted to write for a female artist because I used to, like, I be writing and shit. Like, I got a lot of credits that people don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I got, what's the recent one I just did? I did one with Meg Thee Stallion, City Girls, and Juicy J. That, I forgot the song name. But I got, like, that what I was before. Like, labels used to bring me in, like, as a writer. And then I started getting into my own music and stuff like that. So, yeah. I feel like having a female artist is just so much shit because it be a lot of shit I be writing. I'm like, I can't say this. So with her, you know, we get in the studio and collab, and she could, like, all the thoughts she have and all the thoughts I have, just you know, together. And then females is the wave right now, bro. I had to get in on that.
They're taking off. I mean, it used to be like the total opposite situation where there was like one popular girl rapper for like 10 years, and then all of a sudden the floodgates broke open.
Yeah, the women going crazy right now. Shout out to all the women out there going crazy. They going crazy right now. So yeah, like, you know, I feel like with all the knowledge that I done garnered over the time that I've been in the industry, I feel like I could really. I did it though. Like I did. Like man, my other artists, like when she first came down, like our song did, like it's probably almost gold right now. Slide through, you know, like 60 million streams. Like, you know what I'm saying? ASAP, just putting on my album that one time and then just promoting and stuff. So I was like, shit. I had major situations with her, major label inquiries and stuff like that with her. So I feel like I could do the same thing with another artist, like, you know what I'm saying, within a short amount of time, because I got backing now, you feel me? So, yeah.
You can't help but, like, learn a shitload about how you want to play the game through being through your first scenario and everything, right?
Yeah. Because I was like, with that scenario, like, I ain't even have, she the one even got me into contracts, because, like, what it was is, she was coming down, she was staying with me and stuff like that. I put her in the studio. She had never recorded before. I put her in the studio, and you know, I ain't never make her sign a contract. I was like, I ain't want to like just keep throwing a contract in her face. Like I was just letting it be natural. So I had got this situation with a record label, and I brought it to her, and she was like, yeah, I'm with it. She still staying with me at this time, right? So yeah, I'm with it. So she go around me, get a lawyer, and try to go sign to the label with that nothing to do with me. You feel me? So I end up seeing the email in her on my computer, because she stayed with me, so her email just up on my. So I'm on the. You know, I got like this little home studio. She recording it.
Right.
So I'm just on the computer. I'm just looking at the email. I'm like, what? You feel me?
She needs to stay on her email on her phone and not on the public computer. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? So after that, you know, she had left. I had, you know what I'm saying, I had told her to leave, and then I let her come back. She signed the contract. I had a contract for her when she came back. So I let her come back. And yeah. Just tried to do the same thing. She just tried to do the same thing again. I did with this next situation, so I was just like, man, I ain't even fucking with her. So I just like really like disband her from the. Cause I be like, everybody around me, bro, if I don't feel like you family, I don't even want to, you know, cause I want to really push my artists, like genuinely push them. You know what I'm saying? So if I don't feel like I could do that, like you just technically signed to me, and I don't feel like I'd rather just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get what I supposed to get just cause it be in the business, but. Like I said, I ain't no pressure on nobody signing to me. You feel me? Because I know I'm a good dude, so I ain't tripping. So yeah,
I respect it.
It be crazy, bro. It be crazy. Like people, you really gotta. This game wicked. It's sick, bro.
I mean, you're seeing like a preview of like, imagine the shit that you got to deal with. The more and more artists you sign, or the bigger that the money gets, the bigger that the artist gets.
Yeah, it's like So you know, I feel like, you know, if you be good to people like in the beginning, I feel like most people with a good heart are just gonna be like, that's just like if when Boosie put me on, Boosie can't sign me, you know what I'm saying? Boosie ain't never give me no advance, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like his cosign was the advance, you feel me? Like I ain't need to get no advance, because it's like I know the money I'm finna make, and I went and made the money. So with that cosign, I went and made millions, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I never get into a situation, I'm like, so he put me on, then Atlantic come want to sign me, hey, we'll give you $3 million. I'm like, all right.
Fuck this dude. Let's go.
Fuck, you know, fuck you, Boosie. Like, fuck all that shit you did. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? I want to, like, me being a person I want to, like, come get this money with me. You feel me? Like, we did it together. But the deal, unfortunately, the deal that we first signed, we was together, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't that big. But like I said, you know, he reaping the benefits now, because the songs didn't got so big, the catalog didn't got so big, the scream. So, yeah, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it sounds like everything's going pretty good. You planning on dropping like a particular new project?
Yeah. I got Bleu Vandross 3 finna drop on August 28th, and yeah, after that I got a couple more albums dropping. Bleu Vandross 3, I got like, I don't want to give away all the features, but I got some big features. I got a couple artists from my city on there, like, cause I'm really just trying to make that culture from the city just go crazy right now, cause I feel like we slept on. Like, even we got big artists that slept on. You feel me right now? So, I got this record with Khalifa that I'm thinking about putting on the album, called Parachute. So, that's why I'm down here. I'm down here now to see if we can shoot that video. But yeah,
that's what's up.
Yeah, album on the way. Bleu Vandross 3. Yeah,
streets are ready. Hey, I'm glad we got a chance to talk and get the update on what you've been up to and everything. I feel like a lot of people really wanted to know exactly where you were at in terms of your career and stuff. It might have quieted down for like the last year a little bit, but you seem like you're back at it hardcore.
Yeah. I say I just ain't. It's always gonna feel like that because I don't really do interviews like that. You feel me? I don't really do interviews or really media like that. I be doing so much big shit that people don't even know about. You feel me? Just because it ain't really nothing about me. Just media words. I'm just like, silent underground, and just I ain't never really been even that. I never been in it like that. But now I'm starting to pop out mode and talk mode. Now I feel like people gonna be seeing a lot more of me because I'm popping out more, doing more stuff. Like,
I think it's good to be rare with the interviews though, and I say that as somebody who does interviews, is that like, as an artist, you just don't want to be giving away. Like if you do 5 million interviews, you're giving up too much of yourself and you're sacrificing like the mystery and the artist, the way people think of you in a way when you just do too much of it. Like I think you just got to be real careful with the interviews that you do.
Like I'm coming up on like a billion screens. Like I really like when people be like, damn, like how the hell, like I really like the kind of like not knowing of it, like damn, I ain't even know he was doing it like that type shit. You feel me? Like that underground type shit. So I ain't really tripping, but like I'm gonna start doing. Hey, I had to do this interview.
How's it going? It's crazy though, bro. We're about to have kids at the same age. I can't wait to introduce them. Like, now you guys got to be friends.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Now you just got to hang out. You got to be pals now. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Do you just make an Instagram for them as soon as they're born, or what?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely gotta make all my kids got Instagram.
They do? Okay.
Yeah.
You be tagging them, or you just have it to save the photos?
Yeah, I don't be tagging them stuff. My dog had an Instagram goddamn one time.
Dog?
Yeah, he died though.
Damn. I was thinking about that the other day because my cat got 85K, and I'm like, man, do I like change his profile to like be my next cat? Because I might get another cat after if he were to pass, because he's getting kind of old. And I was thinking about
all
that.
my dogs keep catching parvo, man. I don't know why.
Yeah?
They just keep catching parvo. As soon as I bring them home, they ass be gone in a week. You feel me? So
that sucks.
Just made them an Instagram.
Yeah, bring all the dogs home.
Yeah.
Shit, all right. Young Bleu, I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
All good.
Thank you very much. Young Bleu, No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, etc. NoJumper.com if you want to support. Appreciate y'all. Another classic interview in the books. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and head on over to NoJumper.com to support. Appreciate y'all.